We got action on the ice tonight, a doubleheader, one at 7 o'clock, one at 10 o'clock Eastern. Let's start up in Boston. That's Florida and Boston, game number 6. Still a substantial favorite here for Florida on the road at a minus 150 price at the FanDuel Sportsbook and a 5.5. Swemian, Bobrovsky, do we see a game number 7 in this series?
I feel like this is going to go to 7, but in the same breath, watching how the Panthers respond to performances, they've been consistent in that sense. And, you know, they have really shot themselves in the foot in a number of ways with some of the unnecessary penalties, with allowing certain giveaways in their zone and allowing the Bruins to capitalize off of it. Now, I will say this, Swemian has been the best goaltender in this matchup, making it extremely hard for the Panthers to capitalize on scoring chances, even when they double the Bruins scoring chances. But I feel like that they're going to bounce back in this category. Also, they're road warriors. They're 3-1 on the road versus the Bruins, who are 2-4 at home. So that speaks to volumes to where the numbers are right now and where the consistency actually lies. When the Panthers shuffle up their lines as well, they give different looks to the Boston Bruins, who take a minute to adjust. I love their second period puck line. They're very consistent. 15 goals, 134 shots in that second period. If they capitalize in the second period on the road tonight, they're taking this game.
Minus 150, that road ice favored number for Florida. Of course, last year it was Boston, the NHL's best regular season team ever, that had a 3-1 series lead over the 8th seed out east. These Panthers, Florida, came back to win that series with 3 straight. Could we be seeing the same here, but this time with the Bees reversing fortune? Game 6 tonight inside TD Garden. It is also game number 6 back in Denver between the Avalanche and the Stars. Dallas an early lead in Game 5. The Avs storm back to force this 6th game and stave off elimination. The Avs a very slight favorite tonight, Casey, at home in Denver. Is it done tonight? Does Dallas win?
Dallas wins if Oettinger shows up between the pipes. If he has a bit of a lame game and lets certain pucks bounce past him, then it's the Avs for the taking, because there are certain goals that got past him last game. Not putting it entirely on him, because there were some sticks that were in the mix there, but Oettinger has to be down tonight. And if he does that, Stars, take this. They're setting the tone in the first period every single game. 8+ shots on goal, picking up at least a goal, which is also why I love their first period puck line, as well as 8+ shots on goal. Huge value there, and they've been so consistent in categories. And the Avs pushed back in the last period of each and every single game. They're another big third period team, which is exactly where they climbed back into the game in the last matchup that they had. So I like the way that the Stars are lining up here. They have more depth scoring than the Avs do, and losing Nichushkin is going to be painful for this team, because he was a key playmaker, especially on special teams, for this team to capitalize on the power play, and now he's not a part of it, which means, yes, they have faced adversity and they've been tenacious in the mix of it, but they're going to have to be creative tonight to compete against this Dallas Stars team that's going to probably clean up a lot of their mess from the previous game, because you can't let this team back in the third period, and I expect them to have more of a shutdown third period game. So I like the Stars on this one.
So as we look at the Stanley Cup odds, Casey, all 4 of these second-round series have reached at least a 6th game. So of the remaining teams still in the Stanley Cup playoffs, in the final 30 seconds of this segment, with how competitive the postseason has been, who do you like at this moment?
As much as I love the Canucks, we have to see them be able to score a lot more. So right now, it's the Dallas Stars that are the most consistent team that check all the boxes. And then I can't count out the Rangers no matter what I do. But I will say this. Yeah. The Stars are one of the top teams, not only on even strength, but their ability to produce on special teams and match energy when it comes to those shorthanded goals. So if we're looking at a Stanley Cup final in this moment, it's Stars versus the Rangers.
The Rangers have the 3rd best price, the first team on to the conference finals in the Stanley Cup playoffs. Casey Hudson, have a great weekend.